I gripped the back of the couch as the world shifted, saw Ethan's eyes go wide, saw his mouth form my name, Merritt, but heard nothing but the pounding of blood in my ears. I glanced up, vertigo racking me as perspective shifted, caught Balthazar's intense gaze. "What are you doing to me?" I demanded. Balthazar smiled venomously as the sound grew louder and faster, as if hornets buzzed through my head.
"I am demonstrating what it means to be one of my vampires."
I became a marionette, pulled toward him as if gravity's axis had shifted, sucking me sideways. I fought back, of course I fought back, tried to pinwheel my arms and legs to move, but the effort was useless. He dragged me stiffly forward, pulled me toward him by the sheer power of his will. Balthazar had called me. Balthazar, who stood smiling through hooded lids, had managed to draw me in despite my obvious reluctance, my palpable fear. This wasn't supposed to work on me. If this was glamour, the calling of a vampire to its master, how did other vampires survive it? How did they live with the intrusion, the invasion? I fought for control of my own body, of my own mind. I'd long ago learned to keep locks in place to keep my keen vampire senses from overwhelming me with sounds, smells, and tastes. I tried to pull them down, imagined they were working like heavy metal shutters, creating a seawall between my mind and the buffering waves of his magic. But it was like trying to hold back a hurricane with an umbrella. The magic spilled around it, over it, under it, and through it like a leviathan. And with the leviathan came a pulse of passion and arousal so keen it was nearly painful. My body felt suddenly electric, every nerve sensitive and attuned to Balthazar, the line of his neck, the nimble fingers that twirled the globe, the beckoning eyes. All the while, Balthazar kept smiling. The psychic ropes he'd used to pull me forward tightened, each shuffling step bringing me closer to him. I couldn't find breath to speak and pled with my eyes for him to stop, to release me, but the fear only seemed to excite him, his arousal perfuming the air with old magic and the nearly overpowering sense of orange and cinnamon. His eyes quicksilver with excitement, Balthazar bared his fangs with a hiss, needle-sharp tips gleaming as he prepared to bite, and extended a hand toward me.
"A kiss for a lovely woman,"
he said. The closer I drew, the more the rest of the world faded, until he was the only thing I could see, and the only thing I cared to. The silver in his eyes spun like sugar, and he looked like the hero from a Gothic poem, with sable hair and fresh cream skin, his lips flushed crimson with desire. For me, for only me, because he and I were the only ones in the world. He would bite me. He would pierce skin and vein, and he would take from me, and I would never want for anything else. I would never need anything else, because he would be everything.